Hello and welcome back for part 47 of my ability and MP nodes only challenge. So in the last part we ran into some difficulty with one of the triple mech encounters here inside the Zanarkand dome, and my Aran tank strategy that I used against the easier versions of those mechs back in Bavel did not work out. I think I've come up with a pretty good strategy for that fight, at least for a couple of attempts, because it's pretty MP intensive. So, ready to have another crack at the interior of the dome. One thing here, I have switched over to have Lulu start with the magic booster Cactor, and that is specifically for those encounters with the artillery mechs, basically. So I'll explain exactly what my plan is when we come across them. Same front line, same deal with everyone having SOS haste equipped, except for Oren. And I'm going to switch off Zombie Warden onto SOS regen, even though it does lower his max HP. Yeah. Alright, let's get started. Okay, this silly thing again. So yeah, we can just provoke it with Titus to make it harmless and then kill it however we want. I'm going to do basically what I was doing last time strategy-wise and use magic, but the difference here is that I am going to make sure I get up to full MP on Lulu. Even though it's going to end up with Whacker down at 0 MP. So what I want to do here, we want Mental Break, and I want Focus on Lulu. I also want Focus on Whacker, actually. Well, Focus on Whacker is not such a big deal. It's okay if he misses a few of the focuses. It's just for the sake of efficiency with the MP transfer. And I don't want Booster Cactor equipped for this fight. Yeah, because it's just inefficient. Just do, yeah, magic plus 10%. Alright, and speed this up because we already saw how this went, basically. Okay, that's 3 uses of focus. Alright, well, Whacker's only going to pick up 1 here, but I suppose that's fine. And yeah, sadly the magic plus percent equipment, the Ace Wizard, doesn't do anything in terms of helping Osmos, but that's alright. And yeah, let's just start throwing Osmos on Lulu right now. So you defend and start with double casting Demi. Oh, I'm an idiot. I missed the important part of the whole Osmos trick, which is getting Whacker to be a zombie. Let's fix that. Alright, this is also probably gonna... No, it didn't miss. Okay, good. I was like, why is Lulu losing MP? Oh, because... yeah. Well, at least I didn't make a mistake like that in a situation where we could actually die. There we go. Let's just start with the Argus spells. We have a little ways to go, not too far. Yeah, 3,000. Okay, so we can do... Let's do one more double Arga, or... hold on. Let's just cast one Firaga. Yeah, so now we can kill it whenever we want. Sure. I know it's pretty tedious to do this, but I do want Lulu's MP back up to full. Just with how I think the best strategy for handling the other like triple mech encounters does involve using a lot of magic at the beginning. Alright, so yeah, I explained this glitch for the Seymour Flicks battle, but basically if you miss that or don't understand what's going on, the zombie reverses the direction of the MP transfer, but the glitch is that it doesn't, like the game doesn't check for whether the character, in this case Waka, actually has enough MP. It only looks at how much MP Lulu has to do the initial calculation, and then it just swaps a sign at the end. So we can essentially, at the price of having no MP left on Waka, which is not like a trivial kind of issue, we can get unlimited MP transferred onto other characters. Okay, I think at this point, yeah, let's just attack with Oren. Blast Punch isn't going to do anything. How about we can just attack with, yeah. Okay. Now sometimes you go through the dome and just encounter like almost all defenders, which will be fine. A little tedious, but fine. But I do need to give myself the best chance to win the other encounters. So, yeah, let's get set up for that. I do want the booster cactus back on Lulu to start with. I'm not convinced Stone Touch is the best weapon for Oren. I think I might actually change to... I think I might change to counterattack. I'm not sure that's going to be important either, but whatever. Now, on Waka, yeah, we need MP Stroll. I need at least a little bit of MP back on Waka for the next fight. If we run into another defender right away, well, we can just do the same thing, because Waka's MP doesn't actually matter for that. Yeah, everyone else's MP is fine. Oh, I suppose I could get... Yeah, let's get a tiny bit of MP back on Oren as well. Yeah, 59 on Waka, that's completely fine. There's a bit of variance in how far you have to walk before you get an encounter. I'm probably being overly conservative switching off here, but better safe than sorry. Right, everything here is fine. Yeah, had a ways to go before the next encounter. Okay. This encounter. Well, the good news is... Yeah, the good news is we can survive with Null Blaze or SOS Null Blaze against the flamethrowers. So that's not an issue, and that lets me do stuff like set up MP transfer at the end of the battle if I want to. The kicking robot, the YKT here, it doesn't have a super high magic defense value, but it is immune to mental break. Eunuch and Riku can take care of the flamethrower monks with life or full life, but obviously we have to watch for thrust kick. I think though... I think if I provoke... I think if I provoke the YKT, it will not use thrust kick. Yeah, I'm pretty confident about that. So maybe I can just take these enemies out with double life right at the beginning here. Okay, I think I see what I can do. It'd be nice if I could have a character get a turn after after monster A. Let's see, can I see if there's some way I can set that up here? No, it's not going to be with Kamari. No. Oh, Tidus is just too fast, but Whacker should be the right speed. Yes, perfect. Yeah. So what I want to do here... I want to... Yeah, because I'm not going to be able to provoke and have Tidus in the party and have RN with Sentinel and deal with both monks. So I need to make sure... I'm basically gonna make it so that there's still one monk alive when the YKT gets his turn. So let's do a dummy weapon switch plus an attack. Yeah, and that lines up well time-wise. If this petrifies the monk, that's great. I could also just Sleep Buster here, I guess. Let's think for a second. So one of the girls is going to switch for Orin and do Sentinel. The other one is going to take out the first monk. Then Whacker's going to switch for the other girl and kill the second monk. Yeah, and we'll have plenty of time to have Tidus come in and provoke the YKT. Alright, so it's sort of a free attack to do this. Yeah. Let's do this. Now I'll switch for Orin. So there's no chance of the YKT using thrust kick here. It's going to hit Orin for 500 or 600. 545, that's actually perfect because it procs the regen tick. Now Yuna can come in and take out this other monk. So is life... Yeah, so Kiraga would also one-shot it with the HP damage, but life is a little cheaper on the MP, so let's do that. So now if I give the YKT a turn here, it is going to thrust kick, but like I was saying, I believe that is prevented by provoke. Okay, so now it's just going to do its physical attack against Tidus, and that's going to get blocked by Orin. So we can stick a protect on Orin, and he's basically never going to die, and then we can just beat this thing down like however I want. Yeah, I was correct. Great. Okay, so I guess with haste on Whacker, Whacker actually does damage faster than Kimari. Yeah, let's go to 4 times speed again. Oh, wait, I'm stupid. I took Tidus out of the party. That was not what I should have done. I have to re-provoke now. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to use magic here. Faffing around with MP... Like, this enemy doesn't have so much HP that I need to do that. Now, do I have... No, I don't actually... Oh, I do have a Fire Strike weapon with Whacker. Okay. So yeah, keep Sentinel on Orin. No need to do anything like Darkbuster, just let SOS Regen do the job. Yeah. Okay, so this encounter is absolutely fine. Didn't require much MP on anybody. I can stick MP Stall on Yuna and Riku. So yeah, we're all good. Might have miscounted the cheers there, but it doesn't really matter. I think I got it right. Oh, I should also switch to Brotherhood for the Water Strike. Yeah, alright, he's not got too much health left. Nice to know, yeah, nice to have confirmation that the provoke does prevent thrust kick. Okay, got some switching around to do. So Oren out of the party, Waka out, Riku in. MP Stroll, first strike. MP Stroll that we just picked up. I will drop a heal on Oren, let's do that right now. And I do want to go back to TKO. I do want some more MP on Waka. Yep. It's a slight risk, but I think the SOS haste or SOS HP setup is so important that I don't want to hit that save sphere. It will mean having to start the dome again if we get game over, but I'm okay with that. So back to haste ring, back to haste Taj. Regen brace is fine, and back to fast break. Okay. Yep. Now, what is my plan here? I'd naturally think about this encounter. It's for sure easier than the encounter with the triple mech that I had planned for. I'm just thinking about whether I should do the strategy I prepared for that, or if I should save resources and do something a bit different. So, oh, we get extra turns before Monster B here. Okay. Okay, yeah, we're going to be absolutely fine here. I can full life, then getting close, and then I'm going to just mental break plus holy. And I can have Yuna even switch to half MP cost before that. Mental break and holy is a guaranteed kill on the YAT. Yeah. So much easier when we have spells that just one-shot the enemies in front of the artillery mech for sure. So yeah, no enemy is going to get a turn here basically. So Titus is just waiting. Full life on this dude. Life on this one. Then we're getting close so I can use mental break with Oren. In theory I could use full break with Waka, but that's kind of more MP intensive and it's just not necessary. Oh, I'm not going to be able to do a change weapon with Yuna. Well, that's no big deal. I don't think Yuna's MP is a problem because of MP stall in any case. So yeah, mental break on you. Just make absolutely sure we didn't roll the 1% failure. No. And Holly's going to kill here, even with no magic damage modifier against an enemy with 0 magic defense. Okay, good. So let's go MP Stroll again on Riku unit plus, don't really need it on Oren plus Waka. And we would just, yeah, we just did okay last time, but one more step would have been an encounter, so let's just be careful here and not go too far. Yeah, we don't need all MP back on Yuna. And we actually have 163 on Waka, that's great. Okay. Just make absolutely sure, yeah, first strike initiative, critical of course.
No! There is no use, only them.
I kind of hope I get an encounter with the triple mechs just to show the strat I came up to beat them, because it's pretty cool. Or it's very different from my first kind of idea. That's maybe the way to say it. Okay, so here we can do a repeat of the strat from last time. Right, we're actually... I want to use a slower character to just do a dummy weapon change here. Just trying to line up Whacker to have a turn after the kicking mech. Yes, after the kicking mech. So again, I'll go for just a sort of free roll attack with a stone touch. I think it's not particularly likely to succeed, but would save me a tiny bit of MP. Right, now let's have... Because it shouldn't really matter too much who does this. Who out of Riku and Yuna? No, it doesn't. I mean, I'm doing one cast of each of them.
This ends now.
So Sentinel with Auron. Then, yeah, life on the monk. Then provoke on the YKT to start thrust kick. I think because of cheer I probably don't need this protect, but let's do it anyway. Alright, and we can go to 4 times speed here, because this is essentially a one battle. Nope, don't switch out of the party. It's definitely interesting, this point in the game, the variety of the random encounters. It's kind of, yeah, as I sort of predicted, I think. It's in some sense nice to not have evade and counter to just like free roll your way through some of them. You know, without really having to think about it. Will be interesting to see if we can get past Unalesca, what fights inside, well, say Omega dungeons would be like, but let's not worry about that right now. Okay, I think I just need one more cheer on Whacker. This is probably excessive, but just to make sure. Alright, you keep doing Sentinel, you keep attacking, and you attack. Great. Somehow got a triple equipment drop, that's kind of amazing. Including magic counter on a weapon for Titus, which is a bit of a rare drop. Zombie ward for Yuna, we already have one of those, and this has nothing, so we don't need it. I will take this though. I know that I have the magic counter armor, but yeah, we can just get rid of this poison steel. Okay. Let's get my party back in shape here. First strike. TKO. Yeah, let's go back to MP Stroll 2. Yeah, that spiritual Taj definitely coming in handy. We also want to heal Auron. And yeah, we're on Booster Cactuar, that's good. Okay, everyone is good to go. Alright, easy encounter here with the monks. I guess I can see if I can save some MP by going for just a stone touch. Oh, I can also... Huh, I wonder who's going to get targeted if I copycat a life. It might default to targeting a random ally because the default targeting for life is on an ally. But yeah, let's do that. Do it for science. So the question is who this targets. No, it did target an enemy. Nice, okay. So we got a discounted, we basically got to avoid using all our MP on the full life with Riku. Obviously this encounter with Preemptive Strike was not going to be difficult no matter what. I have a feeling we're going to make it to the next area without seeing a triple mech encounter, which is too bad. I guess I can run around until I find one, just to show what my plan was. Haven't used any MP on Lulu yet. Yeah, I didn't change equipment at all. No, let's go back. I think we'll get one more encounter. Alright, cutscene.
Hey bro, you don't have...
Yeah, I think we'll get one more encounter going down the corridor.
Lord Braska.
You knew,
Yes, but I...
Orin, but I have come to... I will defeat sin. Please.
And I need to remember to switch my gear back. Okay. Yeah. We didn't get an encounter. Alright. Well, we just got an autosave here. Just for fun, I am going to go back and find a triple mech encounter, the one that we lost to in the previous video, and show you how I came up with, or like what strat I came up with to beat it, because it's kind of interesting. If I get other encounters, I'm just going to flee. I know it's against the rules of the... Oh no, never mind. Never mind. Forget what I was saying. I was going to just flee until I got one of these encounters because I don't want to sit through a Defender Z for a million years, but yeah, this works. Okay, so my strategy before had been to try and use Orin as a tank, but I realized I could actually be more offensive. And the key thing is the combination of the booster Cactor and double cast Demi. So this is very MP intensive, but you'll see when I check the enemy HP in a second, this does an absolute ton of damage to all of them. So the booster Cactor and magic plus % does apply to Demi. So with the booster Cactor, Demi does something like 48% of current HP rather than 25%, which is huge. So let me bring in Kamari, and you can see, like, yeah, I mean, we've done a lot of damage on all of these. But it gets better because I can copycat a Demi with Riku and do even a ton more damage. This isn't going to be quite as impressive because I don't have the magic booster on Riku, and of course the enemies are already damaged. But it's still pretty good. So this one's down to 553 HP. This one's got 1093, 1093. So Yuna and Lulu can just finish them off straight up with Holy and double cast. So yeah, this was my plan for dealing with the triple mech encounters. It works fine against the double artillery single kicking mech as well. Alright, I've got the MP to burn. Let's go for a double flare just for the maximum damage. So yeah, double cast Emmy with Magic Booster. Turns out it's pretty good. Alright, I'm guessing we don't need this. We do not. Alright, that'll do it for this part. Just wanted to showcase that last fight. So next up will be Spectral Keeper. Thanks for watching.